Hi everyone, this is Daniel Kosha from Crushpro Trading and welcome to today's market outlook on FX markets, on the FX markets. And basically today I'm gonna talk a little bit about what's my view on on some currency pairs where I see some potential trading opportunities and what do I think it will happen for the next couple of days, weeks. And as always, when I do market outlook, I always look at the weekly and daily charts, so very long term, trying to get an idea where the markets are heading long term. And I have been watching the markets for some time now. There wasn't too many opportunities. That's why the market outlook videos weren't always very consistent every week. And for example, if we look on the Aussie currency pairs, that I always like to start with those, you can see that there's no pattern. There's a lot of sideways movement. I mean, yeah, the market moved at some point in like beginning of before August in July, and in August just sideways the whole month, and basically nothing really happened out there, right? So uh, Canadian US dollar had a nice potential opportunity, but not very clear. So I mean, I can see the pattern. I can see this ABC correction for this previous swing up. So I can see that happening, but there's no real like time retracements that I can use. There's time zones, Fibonacci time zones that I can see that were good. Momentum was good, but I would like to see all the tools coming together for me to take a trade. So I would need momentum, price, pattern, and time, all of them to come together. If one is missing or it tells me something else, then I would just stay away, right? And just looking at this market, basically having this ABC pattern here, I would expect for this market to go upwards towards the 135.65 area, retesting the B wave high, or at least the zone there, right? And making sure that pattern is completed. But that's about it. I mean, even the Canadian currency pairs, I don't see anything developing with my strategy. I mean, of course, there's millions of other strategies out there that might see a potential trade. Swiss franc, US dollar, dollar Swiss franc currency pair had a nice correction here, which got fulfilled once the C wave top happened and the market came down, took out the B wave low, and went for the beginning of wave A, which was really nice. But again, another thing was missing here, so time was missing here. I didn't have the timing, so I can see the pattern. Momentum was right, pushing downward. This was the price. This was the pattern. It was nice, but still, I want to get all of them coming together. So the ones that moved a lot, the ones that gave me the best opportunity was the euro currency pairs. So euro and all the other ones, and the pound currency pairs. So I would start with euro Aussie dollar. This is a currency pair I've been watching for some time now, a few days, and is a trade I'm following to take very soon. So euro Aussie dollar, the weekly chart, as we can see, the momentum is still pushing higher. I mean, coming down, but pushing higher. In terms of a pattern, we had this triangle developing here. Breakout occurred. Market came back down, just retesting that breakout. And I mean, right now we're below the breakout line. I still see this market going towards the upside. So unless it breaks this uptrend line, I'm still going for it. The daily chart, which we can see here that we have a 5-wave movement towards the upside, like once the breakout occurred, and market right now it's correcting, right? It needs more momentum, gain more strength, and it's trying to find a support area. And in terms of a support, I would see the 6108 here. So this second wave low would be a nice support it could come back to and bounce out of, or the Fibonacci price retracements at 160.86, 160.79 area. We got also this one here, but I mean, I like the one down here because it's more narrow, so I would consider it as more stronger, more powerful as a support. And not only that, we had pattern support, I mean pattern and price, and also time, right? I mean, I have a time zones target for the 2nd of September, like for today, or if not for 4th or 5th of September, we have another target. So if this market reaches the C wave potential reversal point right over here in between, when this time in between these times, like the 2nd of September or 4th or 5th of September, then this might be a good buying opportunity. And momentum is right now pushing downwards, right? I mean, we have a sell signal, so we might as well wait for that also to turn around and give us a buying signal, right? We need those momentum to be correlated on all time frame that we use, so on weekly, daily, and on 1 hour. So once we have everything set in place on the daily, we can go on 1 hour and find a more better entry with a more smaller risk. So I might see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 developing. We already see a low here, so the market is already on its way towards the downside. So yeah, I mean, euro Aussie dollar, I'm waiting for this market to turn around somewhere at these areas and get long with it. And as a long-term target, I would consider the whole width of the apex. I mean, not exactly, but still coming close to that, 176.06, and that would be my long-term target. And the short-term target would be halfway towards that. Make sure I take something out of it, right? And play with that stop loss, move it closer, break even, or even close. I mean, or less than that. Euro Canadian also, we have a nice corrective pattern happening here. I would expect this market to push downwards, like towards the 142.92 area, 142.48, 142.18. So we got 3 retracements, Fibonacci retracements over there, which could act as support. By doing that, we would take out the B wave low, so we would fulfill the previous ABC pattern and finishing this one. So if we would get long, we will get a nice signal of buying signal right over here in this area. Then of course my long-term target would be the B wave high. So the market usually tends to go after that and make sure that tells you that the pattern is completed, and that would be my long-term target. And the short-term target would be 50% of the whole downward movement, right? I mean the whole C wave, sorry. Daily chart had the ABC done, which was this one over here, right? ABC done, right? And it didn't go all the way to the B wave high, but it made the 50%, actually more than 50% retracement of the C wave down here. So we could have went long here, and I mean, if you were going long and took the profit at 50% level for half of your position, then you could have moved the stop loss closer. And if you were having to be stopped out on that, then the risk will be smaller than you initiated before. So a good opportunity. and it was pattern and price. It broke a little bit down below the price, but price was here, and then we see also timing was here. The only problem here I think was momentum. I mean, I didn't take this trade, so I didn't take it because something was off. So I'm guessing that momentum was really close. You see, when momentum was really close to the overbought zone. So when momentum reaches the overbought zone, I don't want to buy that market, because reaching the overbought zone would signal that basically we're coming close to a top, right? We don't want to buy close to a top. Uh, anyway, Euro Swiss franc. ABC pattern happening also here. I would see this market dropping to 1068, 106, 10680 or 10614, right? So to this level, retesting this low again. So you see this pattern happening, like not exactly, but kind of similar on most of the charts of the euro currency pairs. So what I would advise is just look at one of them and choose one that you like, which fits the best. I mean, the most clear pattern and has all the elements in it, and then trade that. And for me, euro Aussie dollar is the one that works best, right? But nevertheless, I mean, euro Swiss franc before gave me, when it reached this area, it gave me like two buying signals, like one here and one here, but the market came back down, took out my stop loss once time here, one here, and the second time here. So I would have an opportunity happening on the a trade happening on a higher time frame, and then trying to get in on the lower time frame, and maybe I get stopped out, and I would get back in as long as that signal is still valid on a higher time frame, and the lower time frame still gives me a good signal, a valid signal, right? So I would get back in that trade. And right now I'm just waiting. I mean, the market broke to below that support here. I was thinking this would be a good support, so it broke below this support, and it seems like it's heading lower. It's oversold, momentum looks good, so I'm still waiting for another chance to get back into this market and buy it again, right? And once it gets here, then I'll do the time zones and all of it, and make sure that all elements come together, right? Euro pound, nothing really happens here. It was a prolonged upward movement, markets coming back down. I would want to see here an ABC developing, and then I'll buy on a C wave end, but I need more information, right? I need a B wave high. I need more information on this, so we're just keeping an eye on it. Euro Japanese yen, kind of difficult to read Euro Japanese yen for me, so I was trying to get a hold of it, like before, trying to get a sense of it. So I'm always keeping a lot of counts on my charts and make sure that uh, I have like multiple views on the opportunity. Euro New Zealand, this is another great trade that actually can be taken right now. So ABC of A, higher A, and ABC of higher B. Sorry, missing a C here. Right. So I'm looking for this market to drop at 159.60, 158.32. Taking out that A wave low. Markets right now, the rate of change, it's diverging, signaling that basically this might be a top, or because I mean, when a divergence happens, then we would assume that we are getting close to a top or bottom, right? And the divergence happened here. Market, I mean, the momentum got overbought with one of the moving averages, which is fine for me. That's enough for me, and I would sell it here, right? The market ABC the smaller ABC of B finished right into those price retracements here, Fibonacci price retracements, which is good. It confirms the pattern through Fibonacci price retracements. Then we have the timing. The timing is really close. So that would be a good confirmation for it. Maybe this market will come back a little bit, retest those highs, and we will have like a more slower reversal happening here. But we are very close to this time zone, and that will be my short-term target, the 50% retracement of the whole C wave of B, and then the long-term target would be to take out that B wave low, right? So I'm not looking that much to take out of this market. I'm always looking to take a quick profit to make sure I got something out of it in case the market turns around, and let the other one go. And if I let the other one go, then I'll just look for the longer term like pattern to get completed. In this case, ABC, taking out that B tells me that this ABC is completed, right? And yes, another thing is like I'm expecting this market to drop further here, so right, but not getting too greedy on that. I will focus first on this trade, and then I'll focus also on the longer time frame trade, right? But I need a higher time frame momentum. I need the higher time frame pattern too, right? The ABC, AB, good. And I need the momentum I needed to confirm this trade. So this is a good shorting opportunity. Right now the market's it's oversold here. So I think the short was on the 30th of August. Yeah, 30th of August. So you go on the 30th of August, we had this here. We had this shorting opportunity right here. The market was pushing downwards, and then the market came back, and then we had another one right here. This is today, Monday. The market's pushing downwards, right? So the market might push higher right now, coming back, and then give you another opportunity to get in, right? But Euro New Zealand, it's a good short right now. So I love those. I love Euro moving. Like for the last couple of days and weeks, they gave me a lot of trades, a lot of action, and as well as pound. So pound was also really active. If you look at pound, most of the weekly charts, they're oversold right now. I mean, they were oversold for a very long time, and now they're coming up. So I'm thinking that the pound will gain some strength for the next few days to few weeks. So at least correcting the last swing down, and in this case, like pound US dollar coming back up and take that 50% retracement of this C wave downward movement, and I mean longer term taking out the high at the B wave, right? And this market has a, if you look here, we have a 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe. So it's not overlapping. So it's an impulse wave. It's not a corrective wave, which would assume that the subdivision indicates that the larger trend would have changed towards the upside. And I'm looking forward, as I said, to at least a 50% correction. But I need the other elements to come together. So I need momentum to turn around and give me a buying signal. This one is already up, so give me a buying signal momentum. Then I'll have to do the time zones, Fibonacci time zones, making sure that I get also a good signal from the time zones. So pound moving towards the upside. Pound Aussie, nothing happening here. Oh, pound Aussie on the daily chart just did the C wave, took out the 50% retracement of the last previous wave. So I didn't take this trade, even though the pattern was right, price was right. it was right in between, so timing was not really right. It wasn't really close on this one, so timing was not really right. And the problem here was also with the momentum. So by the time I received the buying signal here, the momentum was really close to getting overbought, so I didn't consider that would be a good trade for me, which actually it did. So yes, but I haven't taken it. So I really want to see those elements coming together. Unless they come together, I'm not moving. And moving forward, pound CAD building a bottom here for the B wave here. ABC subdivision done. So ABC of B done. Candlestick bar engulfing pattern. Then we have the price levels here getting reached. We are close. We are at 100% of the time zone of the A wave here. But I mean, still, this market has same thing, that the price is not really right. I mean, the timing is not really right here. With the time zones, they are not really right. So ideal for me would be for all of them to come together. That would be ideal for me. But we'll see what happens. And pound CAD right now, it seems like the momentum is pushing up, the price is moving downwards. So we have a 5-wave movement towards the upside, which signals that the trend might have changed towards an uptrend, and it's coming right now. It's coming down, correcting that 5-wave movement towards the upside. And maybe if we get right now a buying signal, then that would be a good buying opportunity. What we don't want to see is that the market makes a new low. If it makes a new low, then we can think that this new low may cancel the whole pattern. So yeah, so that's about it. I mean, I can go on and look also at the other currency pairs, but there's no opportunity happening out there. So I still have pound Swiss franc, which it moved really nicely, but I didn't find any good opportunities right now. As you can see on all weekly charts, the pound is acting the same way, trying to gain some strength. Pound Japanese yen, a bit of confusing here. I mean, this is very long term. I got targets at 177, but it's just like not really sure what's going on here. So keep on watching it and getting more information on that, more data. Pound New Zealand, trying to get more data on this one also to see how the market behaves and see if we can find a good entry. Japanese yen, dollar Japanese yen, really influenced by the US China trade war. So basically the market went and took out this low here, which would, I think, offer a good support. In case this breaks down, then the new support, I would think it's 101.19 or 99. So this zone would be the next support for the shorts. Daily chart, I had in mind an A, B, and C, but it made a new low, so the ABC pattern is cancelled. So yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to get more data on this one and see, maybe change the count and see what happens. So the next currency pairs that I have here is New Zealand currency pairs, but there's nothing happening out there. So New Zealand is really dead. Moving, but not giving me any chart patterns, nothing. I mean, just coming down. Not really concrete. I'm trying to find something, get some real chart patterns, figuring it out, see what happens. Anyway, that's about it for the FX markets. So really short, 3 opportunities. So we have Euro New Zealand, we have Euro Aussie, and Pound CAD. I would like to look at it. And so keep an eye on these 3 markets, see what happens. And also I want to let you guys know that I'm gonna do also a couple of videos, maybe today or this week, on indexes like the Nikkei 225 or the S&P 500, and see how those markets move, and if we can find some trading opportunities over there. And then I'll do also a couple of videos on US stocks, and I particularly choose US stocks because they're more liquid. I like the way they move and how they react to Elliott wave. So let's keep in touch, and please follow our blog on crushprotrading.com for new updates. Okay, thank you very much and have a nice day.